Hey, how's it going, guys? Quest here, and today I wanted to talk about the Mortal Kombat 11 roster, and I want to talk about what characters we can more or less expect. On screen here you can see all the characters that are 100% officially confirmed by NetherRealm, but there are a ton of characters that have had teases or have been heavily hinted at, or we've seen in trailers that are pretty much confirming them, but just they haven't had 100% confirmation yet. They're at like 99.9%, like Liu Kang and Katana. But I just basically want to run through all the characters that we got, and then we're going to talk about what characters are more pretty much confirmed, and then at the end there's going to be like 2 or 3 roster slots that are going to be left, and I'll tell you what I think those characters will be. So first up, let's just go over the characters that we know 100% are going to be in the game. Shao Kahn, pre-order bonus. Garrus, Scarlet, Raiden, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Sonya, and Baraka were at the reveal event. And then Kano was at the Brazil reveal event. Devora was revealed through Inside Xbox live stream. And then Jade and Cabal were revealed on the Kombat cast. Now these are the characters that we have 100% confirmation for. And now I'm going to basically go over the characters that are like 99.9% going to be in the game. Alright, here are the characters that are like 99.9% going to be in the game. First up, Liu Kang and Kung Lao. We've seen them in the story trailer, and actually we saw a small bit of gameplay from Liu Kang at the reveal event in one of the trailers, but we didn't see like him do any moves. He was just kind of, Raiden was doing a combo on him. So we know Liu Kang is 100%, but like I said, there's not an official confirmation, so that's why he's in this category. And like I said, Kung Lao has been in a lot of trailers. You can see him in the cutscenes. Same with Katana. She was in story trailer, not the story trailer. I think she was in the behind the scenes trailer actually. And then she was on, I think, one of the menu icons. And then Cassie Cage, we saw the intro dialogue where she's talking to Katana. By the looks of it, she says Katana, Empress of the Dead, or some shit like that. So Katana, Cassie, they're pretty safe bets as well. And then lastly is Johnny Cage. We saw him in the background of a stage. So is Kano, and Kano's confirmed. Also, we got a tease from Ed Boon that says, "Who the fuck is this guy?" or something like that. And it has a picture of it's like a close-up of like somebody's torso, and they're going like this, flipping off the camera, and it looks like Johnny Cage from what you can see. So it's a pretty safe bet Johnny Cage is going to be in. Plus we saw him on like the background screens for the behind the scenes trailer where it looks like he was doing a fatality, I think. So yeah, these are the characters that are like 99% going to be in the game. Okay, now these next characters were characters that were supposedly leaked through the Steam achievement list. Now, it's not 100% confirmed, but it's pretty likely that these characters will be in the game. So we're throwing them in here. First up, Kotal Khan. I mean, I could have assumed he would have been in the game anyway, just because he's the current ruler of Outworld. It makes sense for him to be in the game. And then Aaron Black, another character that I already assumed was going to be in the game, just because he's so popular and he works for Kotal Khan, so I already assumed he was going to be in the game. And then we got Jackie Briggs. I mean, I don't hate the character. There's very few characters I hate. I could probably count all the characters I hate on one hand. I don't hate Jackie. I really wanted Takeda to be in the game. I mean, if we get all 4 Kombat kids, I would be okay with that, just so I could get Takeda in the game. That's how much I like Takeda. He's a cool dude. I want more Shirai Ryu members in the game. But yeah, Jackie was leaked. I think if they were to bring Jackie back, knowing that she wasn't very popular, I mean, I feel like they know they have to do well with this character and give us a reason to say, yeah, I'm glad Jackie's on the roster. Because right now it's just like, really? And then last but not least, for the Steam leaks, Frost. And I'm actually cool with this. I wanted Frost. She was in my predictions video. I think Frost is a excellent 3D era character to choose for the roster. Now, do I want Frost to be the only 3D era character on the roster? No, I really don't. But if there was only one, Frost is a pretty solid choice. I mean, would rather have Fujin over Frost, but don't get me wrong, I like Frost. I think she's a cool inclusion in the roster, especially after we saw her in MKX. And then we also had 3 characters that we never even heard of before, but due to recent stuff, it looks like, I think it was TER was the abbreviation for one of the characters we didn't know, but it appears to be TER was a codename for Garrus based off some screenshots of like some early build of the game. It said where it was saying Garrus's variation name was like TER-MK Day, something like that. So by the looks of it, we're not getting 4 new characters, we're getting 3, including Garrus, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to leave these 2 slots on the side. I'm just going to leave them blank because they're going to be new characters by the looks of it. And that only leaves us with these 3 slots. Now, the question is, who's going to fill up those 3 slots? And I'm pretty confident that I think I know which characters will be in, and you'll guys see that in just a sec. Alright, so for the 3 remaining slots, first one's gonna go to Noob Saibot, because if Noob Saibot isn't in this game, like, there's something going on there, and they're definitely looking for a quick buck off of Noob Saibot in Kombat Pack 1, because I guarantee you, if he's not base roster, he's gonna be DLC, because they know he will sell DLC like crazy. People want this character in the game. And plus, I'm pretty sure there was like a symbol on one of the challenge towers for the Mortal Kombat reveal that actually had Noob Saibot doing his like MK9 pose where he's like back to back with his shadow. So I think he's gonna be in the game. I think he's a safe bet. Next up, Rain. Rain, he was in one of the icons on like one of the main menu icons. I think it was like, I forgot what it was for, but he was on one of the icons where you can see him like on the mountain or something. He's like looking off in the distance. And so far, every other character that has been on an icon is in the game. You got Kano, Cassie, Katana, by the looks of it, is going to be in the game. Scorpion, Sub-Zero. So it would be really weird if every character on those icons was in the game except for Rain. Plus, I'm pretty sure fans are pretty upset about how badly Rain got screwed over in MKX for not being base roster. So I think he's going to be base roster this time around. I think it's a safe bet. And then last but not least, I chose Shang Tsung just because it would be weird not to have a sorcerer in the game. And I mean, Quan Chi and Shinnok got decapitated. Don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but they got decapitated. I mean, they could bring back Quan Chi or Shinnok, but I feel like fans want to see Shang Tsung because it's been a while since we've seen him. And there was also that one menu icon for I can't remember. It was, I think it was for the crypt, maybe. I don't know. I'm just assuming it was for something in the game, but the menu icon was like a chamber and it had like souls flying around. Could be a little nod to Shang Tsung. Plus we have Shang Tsung's island as one of the maps, but it's like all destroyed. So I think it's a safe bet since, you know, he has a stage named after him, and we need a sorcerer, and then that icon picture with like the souls flying around. I think it's pretty safe to assume we get Shang Tsung in the game. And with all these characters, it's 26, including Shao Kahn, I believe. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah. So there's 26 right here. I don't want to assume the roster will get expanded like the stage selection did, but just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna add 4 more slots to make it an even 30 roster, including Shao Kahn, just because also it evens out like the look of it, because it makes it all even instead of like you know, the shape of the roster selection looking weird. Plus it fits with like the DLC. It just makes sense to me. All right, so we're gonna include 4 more characters, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. I filled out 3 of the slots, and I'm sure you're already looking at it and you're like, what the fuck is this? Why you got all these combat kids in the game? Now listen to me, all right? I didn't want all of them in the game. I just wanted Takeda, and Cassie's cool too. If Takeda and Cassie, if that was it, perfect. But by the looks of it, we're getting Cassie. Well, we're guaranteed to get Cassie, and it's looking pretty likely that we're also getting Jackie. Now, if I have to put all 4 combat kids in the game to get Takeda, that's fine. Because I don't hate any of them. They're not my favorites except Takeda. But if I have to include the 3 others just to get Takeda, I'm putting them in the game. I mean, it makes sense for them to be in the game because the story focused so heavily on them in MKX, and they were like the future generation or whatever. So I put them all in. We got Kung Jin, Cassie Cage, Jackie, and Takeda. I just really want Takeda in the game. And I mean, I could have just put Takeda and not Kung Jin. I just feel like that would be weird if we got 3 combat kids and not 4. I mean, if you just have 2, that's fine. But if only one of them ends up not making it, it just feels weird to me. So I put all of them in the game. I mean, if it just ends up being Jackie and Cassie, I'm going to be pretty sad because I don't think Takeda will make DLC over certain fan favorites. So I want Takeda in the game, and I just threw in Kung Jin too because, like I said, it would be weird not to have, or to only have 3 and have one of them sit out. And then right here, as you can see, we have Fujin. Now, Fujin has been heavily requested for a while. He's probably in like the top 5 most requested characters for MK11. So I think he's has a good chance at base roster. But if he doesn't make base roster, I think he has a very high chance of being DLC for this game. I think Fujin in one way or another will be in Mortal Kombat 11. And if he's not, NetherRealm is just like refusing to put him in the game. And I don't care about my GeForce driver update. If he's not in the game, then NetherRealm is just refusing to add Fujin. I don't know if they just don't like the character or what, but all the fans see the potential that this character has and they want him in the game, and I do too. Now this last slot down in the corner, I honestly couldn't decide who it goes for. I think there is a plethora of characters that could fit in this slot. Nightwolf, that's a good choice. Sindel, that's a good choice. Ninja, either Reptile, Ermac, or Smoke, that's a good choice. Melina, if they don't want her as DLC, but I think she's going to be DLC. But Melina, that's a good one. Maybe Cyber Ninja, Sector, or Cyrax. I love them both. That'd be cool too. Shiva, why not? Shiva's Queen of the Shokan now, so I think Shiva is a better character than she was. Honestly, now that I think about it, I would have rather had Shiva over Devora. Now that I think about it, because Shiva being Queen of the Shokan, because Kotal Khan killed Goro's father, the king, and then he cut Goro's arms off, and then because Goro lost his arms, he couldn't be king because whatever reason, you can't be king without arms. That's a pretty understandable rule. And then they had some like contest between the Shokan. Shiva won, and Shiva became the queen. So I think that makes her character a lot more interesting than it was. And we don't have a Shokan character. And then Goro doesn't have arms right now in the canon. And also in his layer stage, he's like dead in the background for whatever reason. I don't think that's canon. I think that's just like for that stage. And then Kintaro's dead in the canon. When a lot of, I think it was like Sonya, Cassie, and Jackie, when they were possessed by Havoc, they ripped his head off during some battle, and he's dead. That leaves Shiva. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Devora. I'm not a huge fan of Shiva either, but I like Shiva more than I like Devora. But we're going off topic. But yeah, there's a lot of characters that could fit this last slot. Like I said, Nightwolf, Sindel, another ninja, Reptile, Smoke, Ermac, a Cyber Ninja, Shiva, Melina. There's a lot of those classic MK3. Maybe they throw in a 3D era. Maybe we get Li Mei, Havoc, Serena. Serena would be pretty cool. Havoc would be pretty cool too. Any of those characters could fill that last slot, in my opinion. Honestly, I leave it up to you. If you like held a gun to my head and said pick somebody for that last slot, I would probably either give it to Reptile or Serena, because Reptile's my second favorite character and I want him in the game. I just don't think he'll be base roster. If he is, hell yeah, I'm all about that. And Serena, just because, like Rain, she's never really been a base roster for any game, because Rain was in Trilogy and Armageddon, which those were all had every character ever at the time. So like Mortal Kombat Trilogy had every character for 1 through 3, and then Armageddon had every character up to that point. And then Rain was also DLC for 9, and then he got cucked for MKX. And then Serena was also on Armageddon, and then she was on like the freaking Game Boy Advance port for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as an exclusive character, which was weird. So yeah, if I had to choose Reptile or Serena, those are my choices. Also, because Noob Saibot's in the game, I feel like that would be cool to see Noob Saibot and Serena in the game together, because if you don't know, Noob Saibot, back when he was Sub-Zero, I can't remember. I think there was something between them. They had some sort of relationship in the Nether Realm. Like she saved him or he saved her. I don't remember. I just know they have a thing going on. So yeah, those are all the choices for the roster. Like I said, a lot of these characters were either 100% are confirmed or like soft confirmed, like we see them in trailers, they just haven't been officially announced, or leaked in some way, shape, or form. And then a couple characters that I filled in myself with my own personal choices. Now in the next video, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna talk about the DLC, and that's gonna be up tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk about all 12 DLC slots, because I assume there's gonna be 2 combat packs and we're gonna get 12 characters. And for that, I'm not going to include any guest characters, simply because I don't want guest characters. We know we're going to get them. I don't want guest characters, so I think it's more fun to just name 12 Mortal Kombat characters I would like to see, instead of like 8 Mortal Kombat characters and like Spawn and Terminator and Michael Myers and whatever. I honestly don't really care. I just want more Mortal Kombat characters. So yeah, we're going to talk about that in the next video. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, comment down below, let me know what you think. Do you think that the roster will get expanded to 30? I think it will, in my opinion. Now I'm not 100% sure. It's more just like I really want it to, so I think it will. But I do think if it gets increased to 30, I think Shao Kahn will count for that 30. I don't think Shao Kahn will be like number 31, if that makes sense. But yeah, this could be it. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out.